2 Corinthians 4, 6 through 10. For God, who said, "Let there be light in the darkness," has made this light shine in our hearts, so we can know the glory of God that is seen in the face of Jesus Christ. We now have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. This makes it clear that our great power is from God, not from ourselves. We are pressed on every side by troubles. We are not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. We are hunted down, but never abandoned by God. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed. Through suffering, our bodies continue to share in the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be seen in our bodies. My name is Erika, and I live in New Jersey, and I have 3 amazing children. My daughter Shelby, who's 11, and my sons Scott and Ben, who are both 7, twins. We spend a lot of time playing and having fun. Our favorite place to go is the beach, and we live just a few short blocks from the beach, and we enjoy time there when the weather permits us to. June 16, 2010 started like most days. I had just taken a new job. My husband and I were scrambling in the morning to get ready and get out the door. He was off to work and I was off to work for only the 3rd time in quite a while in my life. I had been a stay-at-home mom for almost 7 years. We talked briefly about our day and about the things we were going to be doing. And we talked about his ongoing issues with his health, and we talked about how it was going to be okay, and I reminded him where our hope really lied, which was in the Lord. He left, we kissed goodbye briefly, and then I got my mom settled in with my kids, and I headed off to school. At around 7:30 a.m., my husband pulled over to the side of the road on his way to work and took his own life. That's where the life I knew and the life we led stopped, and I was brought to my knees in pain and despair. I was a godly woman. My husband was a godly man. We were living a wonderful life. We were blessed with 3 amazing children. We had our issues like anybody else. We had money woes and arguments about finances, and we had family drama, and we had infertility issues, hence the twin boys. But we were living a pretty normal life. We felt we were in God's plan for our life, and we felt we were just moving along, and we were blessed, and we were happy. And then I was standing in a funeral home over my husband, crying from places I didn't know existed, wondering if God had forsaken us. I had so many questions swirling around that day. Why me? Why us? Why my husband? How was I going to get beyond this? How was I going to get my kids beyond this? I found myself on my knees, very raw and defeated, and just really crying out to God. And that's where he met me, and that's where he revealed himself to me in ways I could have never imagined or really never had before that. He met me where I was at, and he comforted me, and then he slowly began to heal me and reveal himself to me in new ways and in just amazing ways. And he brought the most amazing people into the picture almost immediately, and I now see how he provided even before everything happened in ways that I didn't even notice or recognize until after the fact. God is showing me now how really only he can take such bad things and bring glory. A favorite artist of mine, Sarah Groves, has a song called Open My Hands. And in that song she talks about blessings and how sometimes blessings aren't things that we may recognize or things that we may even like, but how blessings can come, and how blessings are not a measure of God's faithfulness to us, because we all experience good and bad, but God is faithful throughout it all. I miss my husband every single day, but God is faithful throughout. He's healing me, and he's restoring my life. He's called me to share my story and become a team member at A Widow's Mite, to share my faith and share our journey with others, so that they can see that even when your husband dies by suicide, God can bring glory to that, and he can restore you, and he can move you forward, and he can heal you, and he can bring such new purpose that you never envisioned ever before that happened. Thanks for letting me share my story with you. My prayer is that through my journey, you can see that God does restore, and He does bring glory to all things.